Anytime I feel nervous, I think about being sore, and anytime I feel sore, I'm like, yeah, this soreness isn't going to stop me from getting in the truck. So this level of fear isn't going to stop me from doing whatever I feel like I need to do in order to arrive where I want to go. So a new perspective of fear completely changed my life, and I learned it in kind of the weirdest way. I went to a Kundalini Yoga class and I got super sore like the next probably 2 or 3 days. But going up and down my stairs and like getting in and out of my truck, just the normal things, taught me so much about how I had emotionally been approaching the state of fear. And I realized that most fear, right, aside from danger, right, which we'll talk about in a second, like most fear is the equivalent of physical soreness. Fear doesn't mean you're incapable, doesn't mean that you need to stop doing what you're doing. It just means that, you know what, it might take a little bit more like mental fortitude, a little bit more internal willpower to continue, but it didn't mean I had to stop. Up until this point, I had almost kind of had the mentality that fear meant I needed to wait and get clarity and see everything, see the game plan before me before taking a step forward. Because I realized that I kind of asked myself the question, is being sore bad? No, it's not. It just means you did something new. The same thing is with fear. It doesn't mean that what you're doing is bad. It just means it might be new. It might be a little bit unknown, and your body is naturally kind of tensing up and getting prepared for something that it just wants to be ready. That's not bad, right? It's honestly a good thing. Now, when you let it stop you is when it becomes a negative. And the other kind of nugget attached to this that came through for me was the idea of pushing through, of staying your course, right? It's kind of the message that came for me. What I realized was so many times we feel like we have to take the straight path towards where we want to go. And that's just not the case. Read your map, right? If you're hiking in the mountains, you don't just walk in a straight line and go down a 200-foot cliff and you're traversing rivers when there's a path that just kind of bobs and weaves. Now, some extreme people might and whatever, but go with me here. On the open ocean, if there's a storm coming, boats will go around it, right? They will adjust course to go right towards it so that they don't get broadsided by a big wave and tip over. There are adjustments that need to be made depending on what's going on around you. My big thing with that is we need to stop looking to other people to give us the map that's going to help us arrive to where we're trying to go. We have to take on the accountability and what I call intuit our own map. We have to be our own energy readers, map readers, our own guides, because at the end of the day, that's what we came here for. That's what we signed up for. That's what got us so excited about coming here, is the unknown. That fear that we feel as we are stepping into that unknown is just that. It's just an emotion that says, okay, I'm not sure if we're ready for this. Just like after leg day, it's kind of hard to sit on the toilet and you're like, I'm not sure if I really have the strength to do this. Of course you do, right? But it sucks, and it might make things feel like it's abnormally difficult. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean it's bad. So I hope that this kind of new perspective helped you out a little bit. For me, it's been a game changer. Anytime I feel nervous, I think about being sore, and anytime I feel sore, I'm like, yeah, this soreness isn't going to stop me from getting in the truck. So this level of fear isn't going to stop me from doing whatever I feel like I need to do in order to arrive where I want to go. Hope that helped.